the eyes on that kid. Squarely on the head pin. Could have been a lot worse. He left a little tiny 310 split.
The power of young Weber. I tell you, he could loan his father some of this power. Good five-step delivery, ideal positioning. Look at the high back swing. Left arm, look at that shoulder, all balanced. Now, tremendous turn at the bottom of the swing. Watch how close he comes to the foul line. Look at that left foot, sliding right up to within a half-inch of the foul line.
He got it. Nice strike. Pete Weber, 17 years old. And he swears up and down. He weighs 136 pounds. I'd love to have a scale.
Yes, it was obvious the talent was there. And once Petey got over stage fright and the butterflies flew away, he started to win, and he won big. In 1987, he won the Firestone. Followed the next year, 1988, a victory in the U.S. Open. He completed the Triple Crown with his victory in the PBA Nationals in 1989 in Toledo.
Well, at least worst he can do here is second, and he doesn't want that because it's a chance to be one of only three to win the U.S. Open, the Firestone, and this championship.
There he was back in his tempo.
Peter is the tournament leader. He made the decision to finish on the left-hand lane in the clutch, and there he is right now. The best shot he has thrown so far in the match, there's no doubt. He knows they're all going down on this shot. And for Pete Weber to win the Triple Crown, he can take it all himself right now with 2 strikes. If he strikes in the 10th and 11th, he will shut out Dave Ferraro. 2 strikes, nothing Ferraro can do.
He's 4 lanes off to the left. Pete Weber, can you imagine in Florissant, Missouri, Bo, what's going on? Juanita and Dick Weber, his parents.
Well, the first man in almost a decade to have a chance to win the Triple Crown, Chris, Pete Weber, stands on the approach, 11th frame. And really a lifetime of training and practice for Weber will be measured on this shot.
9-10.
It is not over. Pete Weber will finish 221. Ferraro will need 2 strikes and 6 to become the PBA national champion.
As you pointed out, Bo, Dave would be the one that you might send up on the approach if you needed that.
The last time Ferraro was in this situation was in Cleveland, Ohio, against Brian Voss, the defending champion in this tournament. Needed 2 strikes, doubled in the 10th, defeated Voss 211 to 204. The same kind of results would bring him his first major title. Needs this strike.
Just perfect.
The only thing that went through Dave Ferraro's mind as he walked back off the approach was an eye-to-eye meet with his wife, Gloria. Everybody here knows the situation. The 6 pins are secondary. He'll get the 6. He must strike to become the national champion.
He has bowled a 221, Weber.
Pete Weber will wear the Triple Crown ring. One of only 3. He joins Billy Hardwick, Johnny Petraglia, a tough break, leaving the 6th in. David Ferraro. Pete Weber with his 12th championship, his 3rd major. And in 1991, he won the United States Open for a 2nd time with no problems. Well, almost no problems.
You know, it was just one of them things. I was standing there and I just got presented the trophy, and I just turned to the guy and I said, "Hey, is this thing solid on there?" And he said, "Yeah." So I didn't even think about it. I just lifted that trophy up and it went tumbling down and was like, oh my God, I'm in trouble again. But, you know, those things happen, and yes, I was very embarrassed about it.
Each week on the Professional Bowlers Tour, we see a great number of young stars, young winners.
Amleto Monticelli of Venezuela became the first foreign-born to be named Player of the Year. His fellow pros voted Amleto the honor in both 1989 and 1990, as he topped $200,000 in earnings both years. North Carolina is represented on the PBA Tour by Curtis Odom, whose bowling honors include 11 perfect games. He started on the PBA Tour at age 30. We'll see more of him in the future. Walter Ray Williams, Jr., Bowler of the Year in 1986, continues to be a consistent money winner. Williams also excels in another sport. Williams has won his share of National Horseshoe Championships. Friends kid him by saying, if you want something underhanded done, see Walter Ray. Del Ballard Jr. throws a powerful strike ball. His titles include the United States Open, the Firestone, and the Masters. Ballard, a highly emotional athlete, appeared to have another victory in hand after he threw 2 clutch strikes against Pete Weber.
2 Tigers on the approaches here at Fairlane's Kings Point.
I've never seen Del Ballard so charged up, so aggressive. And 7 pins is no gimme. We've seen when the players seem to miss, they get 7 or less, so it's not over yet.
Oh, no. Even Pete Weber got up. Look at Pete.
Look at this,
Feeling
Chris.
terrible
Never.
for his opponent.
What has happened? Ballard, needing 7 pins, has thrown it in the channel and handed the title to Pete Weber. He has won when Ballard just needed 7 pins. What a turnaround.
Nobody paid much attention to Mike Miller on the Pro Tour until midway through the 1990 season, when he stopped using the thumb hole in his ball. The extra revolutions Miller obtained in this surprising move brought him nearly instant success. John Mazza gives promise of becoming one of the best left-handers.
That's not so popular with John Mazza, I'll assure you, the 710, or any bowler.
Mazza, who really threw a pretty good shot there, but when the lanes are breaking very sharply on the left side. Remember, there's no oil carry down. If you watch the first 2 matches, the righties benefited from a little oil carry down. The scores got better, but nothing on the left. Mazza in a little trouble.
Well, Mark Roth did it on our live telecast, and Bo, the man from Mount Clemens, he is thanking the Great Spirit. Wow, let's replay that, baby.
Well, here it is. Mark Roth was the only one to do it before. A 7-10 split. Now look how it happens. When Roth did it, the ball injected the pin out. Now
Here's Mark's shot.
Now here's how Mark did it. A little bit different.
Watch Mazza's reaction. Here it is. Here it is.
One of the brightest of the recent female stars is Donna Adamick, who won the Queen's Tournament in 1979 and 80 and was voted Bowler of the Year 4 straight times. Lisa Wagner dominated the Women's Pro Tour in the 80s. 3 times she was named Bowler of the Year, and Woman Bowler magazine named Wagner Bowler of the Decade.
Bowling history was made in 1988 when Bob Benoit became the 5th member of that elite group of professional bowlers who bowled 300 games on ABC's Professional Bowlers Tour telecast. Bob bowled his perfect game in Grand Prairie, Texas.
Bob Benoit being tested. I think the test is over. He's proven that he has the mettle to be a professional bowler. Now let's see if he can have bowling immortality. He's only 4 strikes away from his first title in a perfect game.
And now he needs 3 more.
Chris, this strike locks up the title. He cannot lose the title. No matter what Roth does, 258 will not be enough to win. Now it's just a matter of can he take all the money. A possible $127,000 paycheck in his first appearance. 10th frame.
So solid that he needs only 2 more. Though the furrows in his brow are getting deeper, but I think his shot's even getting better, if that's possible.
You're absolutely correct, Chris. A lot of people said to me, this young man will choke. I says, don't count out these tough young guys. There's probably been whipped around a schoolyard by some bully sometime, but put a bowling ball in his hand and look out. He's Superman. He's got 10 in a row.
And Susan, oh, the pressure on this sweet blonde. Tears in her eyes. And if this doesn't get your heart pumping, I doubt if there's much that will. 1 to go for 100,000 smackers.
This is where years of practice come into play. There's really not much you can think about. It's all natural ability. Keep your eyes on your target and hope the dear Lord wants you to have it.
Here it is.
Oh, yes! It's difficult to believe that we're in our 4th decade of televising a professional bowlers tour. Greater longevity than the Ed Sullivan Show, and yes, even the Johnny Carson Show. We're proud of that. Each week, our talented men and women of ABC Sports transform a bowling establishment into a television studio. It's been our pleasure visiting the National Bowling Hall of Fame and Museum and sharing its story with you.